everybody. My name is Jason Russell. I am a business teacher and director of technology for Elk Valley USD 283 in Longton, Kansas, down here in Southeast Kansas. Been in education for about 6 years now. The last 3 of those have been spent here as a business teacher and director of technology at Elk Valley, while the first years were spent both in middle school and elementary in various school districts. Now, when it comes to what I did before education, I was a graduate of Pittsburgh State University in technology management and minored in human resource development. So focused a lot on training, implementation, and change within the workforce. So it really naturally led to education. I started off my career working for Amazon and developed their single item processing within their fulfillment centers that they use all across the country now. I also was a district executive for Boy Scouts of America, as well as operations manager for a nonprofit foundation, and have ran and operated many businesses over the years prior to my educational experience. So it all fed really well into education and being able to teach students about business and all of those aspects that are really helpful in giving a real world perspective on learning for kids today. I do have 2 young kids, Abigail and Ryland. I love them so much. I spend a lot of time with them outside of school, doing all kinds of things like archery and playing in the mud. Lots of fun little kid stuff. We do enjoy planting gardens and all of that stuff that's going on right now. So have a lot of fun with that outside of school, as well as being an advisor for Phi Sigma Kappa. I'm a regional advisor and get to travel all across the Midwest to visit various chapters and ensure that they are doing well and seeing what they need from the national chapters. Now, when it comes to good and bad leaders, there's lots of things that I've experienced over the years, and I can say for sure that when it comes to a good leader, the most important quality that I have witnessed is being open and honest with those that you're leading and not sugarcoating anything. I think it's important to keep that open and honest feedback and communication lines between leader and those that they are leading when it comes to projects or any of those kind of things, because how else are people going to be able to react or do what they need to do if they don't have all the information and they've been told, little white lies along the way? I think that's been a very big piece of leadership that I've witnessed. Also, I feel like great leaders reward the success of their teams, and I also feel like they can take failure and then recognize ways to address that failure and correct those actions down the line and provide positive feedback. I think some of the bad aspects when it comes to leadership that I've definitely experienced include casting the blame on team members. It's a team, not an individual event. So I think it's really been a big aspect of bad leaders is when they cast the blame on individuals instead of taking some ownership as the leader of a team or a project. I think another big negative aspect would be the my way or the highway mentality that you see a lot of leaders take. Unfortunately, it turns team members off. People will work not as efficiently or energetically when that's the mentality, because we all have ideas and we all want to be heard, and I think that's an important aspect of any team and being a leader on that team. I think those leaders that like to take credit for the work of their team and not sharing that. Also, those are people that I definitely don't want to work with in the future or work as hard for in the future when those kind of things arise. And then especially those that tear down members of their team. I think that is just a big turnoff for anybody that's ever been in a project. Your work's not good enough, or you're doing this all wrong. Being positive with every aspect of an event, activity, project, those kind of things that you may be leading. Just keeping that positive attitude through all things is something that people will recognize and they notice all the time. It's something that I've always prided myself on through being a leader of an organization or a building or a business or any of that kind of stuff, is to always be positive, to keep a positive attitude, keep a smile, positive voice tone, and all of those things just really help keep the rest of the team upbeat, even if things seem pretty bad. And I think the number one thing in my mind when it comes to leadership, and that really sets apart a good leader from the rest of the pack, or even say, an excellent leader from a bunch of good leaders, is a leader who builds their team members to lead, giving their members the abilities, the encouragement, the knowledge to become leaders themselves. Not everybody can lead, but a good leader will share their knowledge and encourage others to lead and not be afraid of someone taking their job or those kind of things like that, which we hear all too often. I think those good leaders build good leaders, and bringing that and circling yourself with those that can also lead and lead effectively makes you a better person and a better leader. So I think when it comes down to it, that is definitely the number one factor that I have seen within being a good leader. Thank you for letting me share with you today, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I look forward to working with everybody through the course of this class, and I really appreciate your time. Thank you.